Ajax Pickering Board of Trade. Today I'm here to meet with the Ajax Pickering Board of Trade's good friend, Pat Doyle from Pat Doyle's Pro Forma Promotional Products. How you doing, Pat?
Good, Sam. How are you?
Good. Why don't we take a little look around the room?
Yep.
And you can tell us where we are.
Well, come on into my showroom. This is what I do. I'm a professional brander. I like putting logos on things to make your corporation look good. Right now we're standing in the midst of a whole bunch of Roots product. You'll see from the view, we've done everything in here to make your logoing or your company branding look amazing. And so I don't know if you want to sort of just take pictures or walk around. How do you want to do this, Sam?
Sure. Well, why don't we take a quick little tour of the room,
Okay.
and you can tell us a little bit about some of the things that we might see. Now, is this somewhere where you would bring your
This is
clients?
where I would bring my clients to sort of give them a sense of the depth and the breadth of what we're able to accomplish. It's not just about slapping a logo onto our product. It's about telling a story. And when you can see, the products that are available here,
It's
you
amazing.
you can see that we can tell a story. A lot of people just say, hey, slap my logo onto something. But you know what? That really doesn't service you very well because, people don't want to be a billboard. They don't want to be walking around with someone else's logoing on it unless it looks good and unless it's telling a story. And so it's something as simple as, my camouflage here.
Here, let's turn around and take a look at this stuff.
Well, my camo, as many people in the community might know, I am from Hillbilly. I grew up in a very rural environment, and so even though I may be dressed well now, that's because I've married a pretty little Italian who makes me do things like that. But the camo stuff is still very near and dear to my heart. Not because you necessarily need to buy it as a company, but it tells a story.
You were telling me you work with people called Imagineers. What
Yes.
is that?
So Imagineers are our creative people. So, we'll take a goal, a corporate goal, and we'll sit down with the Imagineers and we will sketch it out for you. So we'll create storyboards, tell you what that corporate look is really going to be all about at the end. So it's not that you're taking something and slapping a logo on it. You can see from some of the products that are here, we do have different types of decorating techniques. We have different types of looks. And what we're trying to do is show your brand and show your company in a way in which people will want to wear it and will walk around proudly, whether it is for employees or whether it's for end users, whether it's for customers, that they'll proudly wear the stuff.
Well, we talked a little bit before we started about, quality and having something that people are really going to enjoy using and having your story out there in the community, right? Because whenever you have your name on something, that's who you are.
That is a reflection of who you are. And I think probably the simplest way that I'm going to be able to tell that to people is to start with a pen. So come with me,
Okay.
and let's go sit at a table so that I can easily tell you the story of a pen. Now, move in here, have a seat. So Sam, it often frustrates me when I see people spending money on a pen. Not because they're not thinking of doing a good thing by putting their logo on a pen, but because of the story that pen is telling. So I say, if you're going to buy a 99-cent pen, okay, buy the 99-cent pen. But why wouldn't you buy a brand name pen? A brand name pen has so much more to offer, and about the ethic nature in which the pen is assembled. I have taken a pen apart here, and as you can see, it's made of many little component parts, little tiny little pieces. Someone assembles that. That person who's assembling that could be a student in the middle of China, under cold light, assembling a pen. And their little nimble hands are able to put all this thing together, and I'm not going to be able to put it back together again. But when you're doing them thousands and thousands of times, there's something that doesn't feel right about that. And so why wouldn't you then buy a Scripto pen or a Bic pen? a pen with a brand name where you know that the manufacturer has met certain ethical standards in order to put the pen together. It's still 99 cents. So to me, that
That makes sense,
really
yeah.
speaks to what it is that I'm trying to accomplish within the business community. I'm trying to say, let's tell a story. But if we're going to tell a story, let's tell the right story about your company. And not a story of being cheap, but a story of this is what I am a part of, and this is what I am trying to accomplish.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that because it's who you are, it's out in the community. You said even something as simple as a pen, I mean, that sits on your desk.
On average, a pen sits on someone's desk for 9 months. That's a lot of advertising
Yeah.
that continues to go back and forth. And if we want to start talking about CPMs, and I can get into those kind of granular details with you to see what your ROI is on a simple like a pen. But from my standpoint, if you get a pen and it works and it has life expectancy and it's a brand, well, that's a reflection on you. Why would you have a pen that is made and assembled in some little, home under coal light? The reality is that pen, the ink in there probably only goes up to here. So you might get 3 or 4 writes out of it, and then you have to throw it away. Why? If you want something that has life expectancy and it will meet that 9.5-month
Yes.
average in which it sits on a person's desk, why wouldn't you buy a brand? My point.
And so it's not just pens. I mean, as we've seen from the room, there are all kinds of different options available. Do you like the, I guess, the creativity of deciding, like, what does this company need? What's the purpose of this
I
tool?
like to sit with a client and figure out what is your marketing objective. What are you trying to accomplish? And then once we figure out what you're trying to accomplish, then we can assemble some type of package that meets those requirements. And I'll work with my Imagineers, and I will come out with the storyboards and say, this is how we should do it. And this is going to have a long-term impact on whatever business objective that you might have.
Excellent. So I always like to ask as well, because I know you're so involved with the Ajax Pickering Board of Trade, and see you at all of our events. I know you spoke at our Membership Matters as Business Person of the Year for 2017. Congratulations, it's
Thank
still
you.
your year of reign. What is your favorite Ajax Pickering Board of Trade event?
Oh, you know what? Personally, I love the evening networking sessions. I'm an Irishman at my core, and being able to get together with like-minded people and have a social where we can sit and strip away all the pretensions of being this, that, or the other thing, and just be humans and having a conversation. That's what matters to me. I don't need to sell you something. I don't. What matters more is that I can connect with you on an individual basis, and I can understand who you are, and hopefully listen to what you're saying. And if I can offer that little pearl of wisdom or a connection or a networking, then I am more than happy to do something like that. For me, business is about meeting people and talking to people and getting to understand people. So many of us come in there with agendas. I say, park your agenda at the door. Come and just be you. Somebody's going to like you, and it might be me.
Pat, if people want to connect with you and they want to get to know you more or find out what you do, how can people connect?
The easiest way is to I'm pretty aware on social media. You'll find me on Facebook. You'll find me on LinkedIn. You'll find me at www.patdoyle.ca. That's my website, and that's about to become a lot more robust. Or you can just email me at patrick.doyle@proforma.com. I'd be more than happy to talk.
Awesome. Thanks for showing us what you do, Pat.
Thank you.